In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to create really impressive websites using Claude code, and to bring it to life, we're going to use Seedance 2.0, which is a new model available on Higgsfield, and Higgsfield are also the sponsor of today's video. Let's go. You guys can either follow along with this video with your own design, or I'll put the link for this design in the description so you could use this specifically. If you pay for Figma, you can go down here and then you can click on dev mode, and then right over here where it says MCP, you can just copy this example prompt. But to make this as inclusive as possible, let's say you don't have a Figma subscription, then we can just do it this way. We'll just take a screenshot of our design like this, and we'll pull this into Claude. So we'll drag this screenshot into here, and we'll give it this prompt here. Make this into a full screen hero sectional website. The font is Manrope, the H1's 80 pixel size. We'll make sure that Opus 4.6 is selected, and we'll run it. And this here is what it's given us. So this has done a pretty good job. You know, it's even managed to kind of make a button, and where we didn't have an actual icon file, it's kind of just made one. Now at this point in my workflow, this is typically where I go from the desktop app into terminal using Claude. Now you can simply just ask Claude, I want to continue this with Claude in the terminal. How do I do that? So now we've got our website on the left and we've got Claude on the right. This here is where we can make micro adjustments. So like for example, the H1 should be regular and semi-bold weight, and then the star icon at the end of the 3D magic is not showing correctly. Let's run this. So now we can refresh the page, and that's looking pretty good. Now it's actually using an emoji, but we'll keep that for now. So in the Figma, I've got this SVG, this sort of grid type thing. Well, we're going to export this out as an SVG. In our project folder, we'll make a new folder called images, and then we'll save this as grid.svg. Now we'll ask it, add the grid.svg that's in the images folder to the full screen background. It should sit behind everything, filling the entire page. And look at that, instantly we've got this, and it scales appropriately. How cool is that? Now what I think would be quite cool is if we start to blur out the edges so this is less intense. Let's add a radial mask to this to create a vignette mask. And then how cool is that? You can see it's literally fading off from the edge. And let's just say tighten it up a bit, because we want to kind of bring that mask in a little bit. I don't quite like how the lines are coming over to the navigation links up there. So we'll refresh it, and then now you can see it's a little bit tighter. Now the design doesn't quite match our Figma yet, so we can take our logo file and we can save that out. Just got to make sure it's in the right folder. We could take this icon down here and we'll call this button icon. And then we'll take this one here and we'll call that star. Then we'll just say replace our logo file with logo SVG in images, the button icon with SVG, and then the star icon. Then we'll refresh it. And then now we can see our logo is in there, our icon is down there, and we've got our star icon there. So now for the part that's really going to bring this together and look really unique, we're going to use Higgsfield to generate some images, and then we're going to turn those images into videos using Seedance 2.0. So let's do that. This is Higgsfield here, and Higgsfield is really good because they have access to all these different AI models. And what we're going to do to start this off, we're going to click on Nano Banana 2, and we're going to go down here, and we want to create these two sort of Pixar style characters. So we're going to give it this prompt here, create a Pixar style character on a white background. He should be similar style to character from Up. He has a miner's helmet on and a knitted jumper. And then aspect ratio we'll just keep as it is, and then let's run it. And we'll also run this on Nano Banana Pro just to see more variations of it. And you can see it's generated us images like this, and these are probably a little bit too close to Up. So after a few prompts, we landed on these two characters here. And this is exactly the sort of thing that we're looking for. We can drag them into the Figma and we can really get an idea how this looks. So let's take each of these characters and export them out. So we're gonna say, I wanna add the two character PNG images into the design there in the images folder, position them like this, and we're just gonna give it this screenshot. And then we refresh the page. We have our characters in. Now let's head back over into Higgsfield, and this time let's click on video, and we're going to choose Seedance 2.0. So we'll add in our character PNG here, and we'll give it this prompt here. This character is on a solid white background. He's looking around, static camera positioning, no panning. Now the good thing with Seedance 2 is it's super precise. So it should do just all of those things, because we want a lot of control with these character animations. We can't have things moving around too crazy. So we'll generate that. And this here is what we get. So you can see our character is just kind of looking around. He's not moving around. He's not getting cropped at the sides. This is perfect for what we need. And this is why Seedance 2.0 is really good for this, because it keeps things controlled. So let's download that. And then we've also done it for our other character. And you can see that he's looking around just like this now. And you know, there's no cropping at the edges. So let's download that too. Now, if we add both of those videos to our images folder, we'll say, let's replace the images with their appropriate video in the images folder. Now you can see our characters are moving around just like that. And how cool is that? But as you can see, we've got this background on them, which is not ideal because it's not a true white background. You know, sometimes this will be perfect. Sometimes it's just not quite right. As a little extra step, you could take your character into DaVinci and you can isolate that background. I'll show you that quickly. If you drag in your character there, you can see that's got a slightly gray background. We click on here and we go magic mask. And then we just draw around this guy like this. And then, you know, you can just draw in little bits that are sort of hidden. This does not need to be perfect because the outside is pretty white anyway. And then we click this here to run it. Then if we go back onto our timeline view, now you can see it's got an isolated background, and then we can just add a solid white background behind it. You can see the background is gone, but you can also see it's kind of cropping on this grid. So we can just say this, make the blend mode darken on the videos. And what that's going to do is it's going to punch out all the white from it, essentially making it look like a transparent video. Right, at this point in the video, you might be thinking that 2 videos like this on a hero section, that's going to be really heavy. Well, one really good thing about Claude is you can literally ask it to compress it in the terminal. So let's just say, can we compress the videos? You can see there, character 1 MP4 was 6 megabytes. Now it's 650. And so, you know, it was still a little bit heavy, but that's a massive reduction there. You know, we'll lose a little bit of quality, but that still looks really good. So let's add some animation to the actual elements of the site. Let's say, let's have the grid come on the screen first, grow in, the H1 appearing one word at a time. And now if we refresh, how cool is that? So if you look at the navigation, it gets a little bit broken at mobile. So let's fix that. Let's say, let's make it responsive. Nav link should turn into a burger icon, show a full screen nav pop up with a cross at the top, hide the characters on mobile, have the login button full width. So now if we refresh and we resize down, you can see that our nav links get turned into here. And then now we have this full screen sort of pop-up navigation, and the full site is completely responsive. So in literally less than 10 minutes, we've managed to build out this entire website with some complex animations, some animated characters, and I made a couple fine little tweaks on my side, but I think this is looking really solid. So now let's just say you have your website. How do you push this live online into a live website? What you could tell Claude at this point is, let's push this to a GitHub repo, then show me the steps of publishing this live on Cloudflare. And this whole process takes literally 5 minutes, and then you can connect a domain name and you can actually host this in most cases for free. But there we go, guys. That is a little bit into my process of how I work with Figma and Claude and go back and forward to make really cool stuff in very little time. If this video was useful for you guys, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And if you want to check out Higgsfield and use Seedance 2.0 for your video generations, you can get unlimited generations for 7 days at 70% off using the link in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye.